Live here at Liberty-Eylau, where we've got a top 10 matchup. They'll host the Pleasant Grove Hawks coming across town. Going to be a good one. This is Texarkana Game Day. I am Nick Reed. Joined in the booth today with me is Mr. Chase Brewster, as well as Mr. Jay Davis. How y'all doing tonight?
Appreciate you having us on tonight, Nick. Excited to watch two really good teams get after it.
Doing well. Weather has definitely been nice today and going to have a small breeze throughout the game, so it should be a great matchup between these two great teams.
Most definitely. The breeze is coming through. The lineups are being called out now. I also got to give a big shout out to my producer, Mr. Cam Sullivan, behind the computer. Also got Zach Doty running graphics tonight, Andrew and Donovan on the cameras, and Mr. Game Day is here taking pictures as well, so I want to give those shout outs out there before we get started. Brewster, what have you seen from the Hawks and what have you seen from Liberty-Eylau this year?
You know, I think the consistency in the city right now is just all these young kids are starting to grow up. And, you know, you always hear it in college at some point, freshmen aren't freshmen anymore. And I think we're kind of hitting that point right now where all these Pleasant Grove and Leopard players, the Hawks and the Leopards, young guys are really starting to grow up and play above their age and above what grade they're in. So many young kids on the field for both guys. And WT and Cal are leading the Leopards, and picking up those young guys, and then Clark and JM and Cade Martin are kind of leading those young guys for the Hawks. So I think the battle tonight is just going to be which group of young kids play better on either side, and we know the upperclassmen on both sides are going to lead those guys.
Most definitely. Jay, what have you seen around the city so far?
Well, between these two teams, I would love to know how many games they've played with each other. So I don't think there's going to be any surprises tonight.
Most definitely.
And I was excited to see the pitching matchup that we have tonight. Not only are these two great pitchers, but these are two great friends. And so there's always going to be a little bragging, after the game on whoever wins, but I know that both of these pitchers are going to be supporting each other throughout the rest of the year.
Most definitely. I couldn't agree more with what both of you guys just said. Both of these teams packed with young talent. Both of these programs have bright futures. And tonight we're going to get to see a little bit of preview to that. Garrett Harrison is going to be on the mound for the Hawks. We'll see him again for the Hawks next season, and then WT as well. We'll see him for the Leopards next season too, coming back. So these teams are both going to be led by guys who are coming back next year. And we also have their pitching stats. They've been both going crazy on the mound so far. WT Jones, 26 innings pitched, 7 earned runs, 45 strikeouts, an ERA of 1.8. And then on the other side, you've got Jared Halter. He's got 29 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 31 strikeouts, and a .48 ERA on the season. So this matchup is going to be a nice pitching duel.
Yeah, and I think the one thing, too, is, neither one of them are walking very many guys. Both of them are getting better each time out. Jared was really good in relief the other day, was up to 87 late. So, WT feels like he's been a senior for 4 years. He's just a junior still. But, you got a sophomore and a junior that are both vets and very experienced and have won their whole career. You got a playoff atmosphere tonight. You got a 4-man crew. You got new uniforms. You got game day. I mean, you got everything you could want. You got the entire community out. So I think both guys will be dominant on the mound tonight is the way it's lining up, in my opinion.
Well, and this is the first game of a 3-game district series between these two teams, and there's no doubt in my mind that the first-place seed is going to be determined between these 3 games, and that could play heavy into who they face once they get into the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So not only is there pride on the line, like I've already shared, but there's this number 1 seed that I think is already in play with tonight's game.
Exactly, and with both of these teams off to such great starts in this district, I mean, you got to think this thing's just got all the workings of a great game.
The thing about tonight that'll be interesting, in my opinion, is what the Hawks do in relief. We pretty much know Cal will come in behind WT, but Pleasant Grove with a lot of options behind Jared.
Most definitely. We've got the national anthem here, so we're going to take a moment of silence. The national anthem has been played, and let's play ball has been said, and it's time for some great baseball in the city of Texarkana tonight. Starting pitcher for the Liberty-Eylau Leopards, I've already said it once, but I'll say it again, W.T. Jones on the mound for the Leopards. Got to watch him pitch live against Sulphur Springs in the Liberty-Eylau district opener, and the control he had that night was unbelievable. Everything was working. The breaking ball, he was spotting up his fastball wherever he wanted to, and he crippled that Sulphur Springs lineup. I think 12 strikeouts in that game. Just an amazing performance.
Yeah, I mean, he's in season shape. I mean, you know, there are times WT being a multi-sport guy, you wonder how much throwing he's done, but his last 3 or 4 times on the mound, I mean, he's a baseball player that's in shape and in sync, and he's as good as anybody in East Texas when he's locked in.
Well, what's scary is he's such a strikeout per innings pitcher, but he's got an incredible defense behind him. So even when the ball gets put into play, there's a good chance it's going to be an out at first.
Brent Clark, first batter up for the Pleasant Grove Hawks.
You already see the respect with the first pitch breaking ball from WT to Brendan Clark.
1-0 is your count. Second pitch on the way. Hit right back up the middle. Going to be in the right center. Brent Clark's going to try to stretch this to a hustle double. Throw in the second. And he's safe. Leadoff double for Brent Clark and the Pleasant Grove Hawks.
I'm going to say that's how Riley Fincher drew it up this morning when he woke up. Hustle double right there by Brennan on the fastball to lead off the inning for the Hawks.
Well, and that's what both these teams do is press the defense, just try to force that error. But good throw, but just was in there in time. Safe at second.
Jared Halter steps into the box in the 2-hole tonight for the Pleasant Grove Hawks. Also will be the pitcher. Squares around the bunt, won't get it down. Strike number 1.
Yeah, and if you've ever seen Pleasant Grove play, you probably saw that coming, and I would venture to say probably going to get it again, as Riley likes to score as often as he can.
0-1 pitch on the way to Halter. Breaking ball low. Ties the count at 1.
You know, very interesting matchup here. Jared and WT and Cal all grew up together and about as best friends as you could be. So I'm sure these two got a little more on the line here as they know exactly what's in stake and know what's gonna take place here from each other.
Gonna have one come in a little high. 2-1 count as Halter squares around the bunt again. Having a little mix-up between catcher and Coach Fowler. Halter steps back in the box. Squares around the bunt again. Gonna foul one straight back. Look like a slash there.
Yeah, I mean, not really anything Jared could have done anything with right there. Fastball up. Puts him in a 2-2 count, and anytime WT gets 2 strikes, it's a long day.
Another one gets away from him high. Gonna make this count full here. Jared Halter with a chance to give himself some help. WT gets him swinging. Strikeout number 1 and out number 1 of the inning. 1 out, runner on second for the Hawks.
Yeah, kind of a big out right there with JM. You know, now they got a base open to where they don't have to directly go at JM Long. So big out right there by WT and the Leopards.
JM Long, a power hitter for the Hawks right here. Not someone you're going to want to give anything. He can grab a hold of with a man on second.
Your outfield being 325, probably playing about 320 with the wind.
Wind kind of settling down now, but when we got out here, it was definitely a left-hander's day at the ballpark.
Yeah, it's always a good day to hit when you're JM Long, when you're strong, which is why you see the back-to-back breaking balls from WT with the base open. Definitely, you know, Zach Fowler pitched at a high level for a long time. He's not a dummy when it comes to sequences and those things.
Two-0 count. 2-0 pitch gets away from him. Runner's going to advance to third, and we're going to have JM Long sitting in a 3-0 count. Not the start WT probably wanted to have here, but a chance to work yourself out of this thing.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to bring the left side in and leave the right side back.
Ball 4.
And no sense in giving him a pitch to hit.
And they kind of got what they wanted other than the pass ball. I mean, I think from the very beginning they were okay with giving the base up to JM, but the pass ball kind of really made it an unfortunate situation.
Exactly. Ground ball here, you can still get out of the inning, but you also have another power hitter in this Pleasant Grove lineup of Caden Martin stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, Cade's had a huge year for the Hawks. Really turned into a strong upperclassman that's having a great junior season.
Another one high, getting away from WT there. Breaking ball.
Yeah, Cade went 2-5 in the last game that was played on Saturday, which could even cause some issues for Jarrett coming back that quick in the pitching role. So we may only see some limited pitching from Jarrett tonight.
Puts one in, it's ripped out to right field. That was going to get through. Pleasant Grove was going to score one. J.M. Long round second. Coach Fincher's going to send him in. The throw comes in. J.M. Long's going to score as well. 2-run double for Mr. Cade Martin.
And that's kind of what Cade's done all year. Obviously J.M.'s the name that people respect and know about and signed with Texas Tech, but Cade's really done a great job hitting behind him and picking him up all season long.
2-run score for the Hawks, making the score 2-0. Garrett Harrison checks in for the Hawks to be a runner. He'll be on second base with just one out here.
Looks like Cal maybe said something to WT about stepping off right there.
Yeah, first baseman took an extra step in. Who knows if Rose will be putting down a bunt or not.
Quick little pick play. Just have a runner coming in. Got to keep him close to the bag.
Well, here's one of those young kids we talked about. I mean, Hunter Rose, freshman, having a great freshman year for the Hawks and up in another big situation.
WT Jones comes inside the zone there. Strike number 1. Ball hit out to right field, probably deep second here. Hagan Powers comes in and makes the out. It's going to be 2 outs for the Hawks now. Runner on second.
Big at bat here early for the Hawks, having a great inning. Got a courtesy runner on second who's a good athlete. And you got one of your better hitters, Buck Anderson, coming up with 2 outs for the Hawks. So big situation here for the Hawks to steal an extra run early.
Buck Anderson, the freshman DH for the Hawks tonight. First pitch, breaking ball, strike. Oh, 1 pitch, another breaking ball falls in for a strike. WT way ahead here, 0-2, with 2 outs here in the top of the first.
Looks like Fowler's going to let WT throw whatever he wants right here with 2 strikes.
Gonna have a ground ball to second here. He's gonna bobble it. No one will score, but that will advance the runner to third. And puts Buck Anderson on first base. Runners on first and third. 2 outs here for the freshman, Spencer Browning.
Yeah, probably a little bit better in the zone than WT wanted right there with 2 strikes. Unfortunate, but got the ground ball. And, normally most of the time those are the plays that are made. But they'll set up first and third for the Leopards.
First pitch to Spencer Brown is going to be a strike. Runners on first and third, 2 outs here. Big at bat for another freshman in this Pleasant Grove lineup.
Yeah, you got to think at some point Pleasant Grove's going to do some first and third.
Big swing and a miss right there. Brings up strike 2. 0-2 count. Another chance to get out of the inning right here. A little bit outside there. Brings the count to 2-1.
Wind's picking up just a little bit. Still going out to right field.
Big pitch here for WT. Big at bat for Spencer.
Breaking ball. Had a check swing. Umpire says he didn't go. Runner will advance to second. Runners on second, third, 2 outs now for the Hawks.
You know, that check swing, this is the first time I can remember it, watching a regular season game with a 4-man crew. So they've got every base covered tonight. He said that Spencer did not go right there.
2-2 pitch comes in. Another breaking ball in the dirt and another check swing. Brings the full count here. 2 outs. Runners on second and third. It's going to be a big pitch in this ball game right here.
And on deck is Ty Boozer, who hit the walk-off winning run in the last game.
Pitch on the way. Breaking ball is going to be to Brenton Pipes. He's going to throw it across the diamond. That's going to be out number 3. But not before the Hawks strike twice. 2-0 is your score at the end or the top of the first. I'm sorry. We'll be right back here on Texarkana Game Day.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
And we're back live for the bottom of the first inning. Jared Halter on the mound for the Hawks tonight. Having a great year so far. Has come in close, started a few games, and he's just been a great piece for the Hawks on the mound.
Yeah, if you're Coach Fincher, I mean, you couldn't have lined it up any better. You get 2 runs in the top half, and you got the best ERA in the city, or one of them, on the mound with a 2-run lead in a huge conference game. So I don't know how fresh Jared is after throwing some on Saturday, but he's got what he could want right here.
And Liberty-Eilau's lineup coming up here. You got leadoff Cal Jones, Tristan Hall, W.T. Jones, Britton Pipes, Dylan Garden, Aiden Easter, Colin Evans, Dylan Neighbors, and Hagan Power for the Leopards tonight.
Yeah, and if you're LE, I mean, what better way to try to turn this thing back around than Cal Jones leading it off for you?
Strike number 1 for Jared Halter. Cal Jones, a lot like Brent Clark as far as their approach as a leadoff hitter, like to jump on things early. So we'll probably see something somewhat of that nature here. And there he is trying to drop over that second pitch. That's going to bring the count to 0-2. Jared Halter way ahead here. Oh, 2 to Cal Jones, high. Gonna make that count 1-2 now.
Yeah, again, 2 guys that know each other very well, and Jared and WT. So Jared knows how he wants to get him out. It'll just be a matter if WT will let him, or if Cal will let him.
Inside breaking ball was almost a trick. Cal Jones able to fight it off. Count stays at 1-2.
Yeah, that may have caught him right in the inside of his foot.
No, that doesn't feel good. Cal Jones walking it off here. But yeah, childhood friends here. They've talked about this at bat for years. They've played this at bat over and over again. They play this at bat over and over again in the backyard.